What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, everyone. We are doing my Apex Legends Season 10 review of the season. This is kind of a follow-up to my Season 10 wish list and critique video I did before the season launched. It has been a week now. I figured a week is about a good enough time to see, how all the content shakes up. Was the launch solid, with servers, map, the legend, seer, weapons, all that stuff. We're going to break it all down. A lot of you guys have been asking me questions based on, my thoughts of the season. I figured I would just start putting this stuff into video format, because I do want to do more of these videos. I think it'd be informational to you guys and maybe it'll help you out. This is going to be titled probably like, is Season 10 worth it? So we're going to talk about that. If you haven't played the game in a while, I'm going to give you thoughts and, the context of that. I do appreciate all the support on all the videos. Hit that like button. Thank you so much for the support on the Legend tier list video. It was the best video we've launched ever on the channel in terms of the first 24 hours. So I really appreciate that. Let's start off with the servers. Honestly, the servers at launch of Season 10, the best I think it's ever been in the game. So the game's been out for 2.5 years. We have now done 10 seasons and the launch of the game. I think every season that I can almost remember has always had server issues. This time I had no issues to speak of. For me personally, I didn't have any disconnects. I had no lagging. I've had no slow mode. All in all, I can't really complain about it. The overall feel of the launch I think was great. We have a lot of big names from streamers and content creators playing the game now, which is absolutely wonderful to see them come play the game. More eyes on the game, more people playing the game means better game, means more content going to be coming down the line if it's supported like this, and I think it's great. I know some people have been kind of like gating those creators from playing the game, but I think if you're doing that, you're kind of showing a bad name for the Apex community, and I don't want to see that around. So moving on, we're going to have the new Legend Seer. Obviously, the Legend for me is what I'm always most excited about. It's what a lot of people are most excited about. Seer overall, I think, was a phenomenal launch on launch day, and the couple days after, I really enjoyed Seer. I think his abilities, his kit is insane. The passive that allows you to see through walls, see heartbeats, it's extremely interesting. I don't know if I agree with it, but it's extremely interesting. The tactical that allows you to scan enemies, reveal their health bar, cancel their healing or revives or abilities, do a little bit of damage, flash them. I think the tactical it's obviously very good. It's a very good ability. It just does a little bit too much in my opinion. The ultimate ability, I think it's pretty good. Honestly, I think the ultimate ability out of the other two abilities isn't as cracked out as, the tactical or the passive in my mind. I just wish maybe the ultimate timer was a little bit longer and not as quick. It comes every 90 seconds, which is like the same as an Octane pad. And you're getting an entire reveal of an area of the map, 70 meters for 30 seconds. It seems a little bit too long in my opinion. And I think the only way to counter it is just by crouching or, crouch walking or not moving. So I do think all in all, Seer's abilities are good. They're just dialed to 11. And I think that's done on purpose. I think, we've had Fuse, we've had Rampart, where those seasons, the launch of the Legend, and the Legend was more or less terrible. It is absolutely so disappointing when a Legend comes out and it's not usable because it just doesn't fit in the meta of Apex. So I would definitely rather have a new Legend come into the game that is good rather than bad. And all in all, I think Seer is, crazy. I will say, I think you'll notice if you did watch my Season 10 critique and wish list video, I was hoping we would get away from the scanning meta in Apex. And it seems like we, didn't do that at all. We went completely the other way and, jumped right into it. I'm a little disappointed in that. Whenever you have wall hacks or, being able to see people through walls, it reduces the skill gap in the game. It devalues positioning, devalues some playmaking, and I just don't really love being able to get seen through the walls. And at least when I'm scanned by a Bloodhound scan or Seer tactical, I know someone can see me. But Seer now has a passive ability that allows him to see anyone anytime without them knowing, and it's kind of crazy. So it's all my opinion, of course, guys. I just wish wall hacks were literally kind of a thing in the game, but what can you do? I still enjoy the game. Moving on from that, we have map changes. Map changes were actually extremely, I was very interested in them before they came out. And I'll talk about the two big zones. We got Lava Siphon, which replaces Sorting Factory. And then we got Climatizer, which is Refinery, northeast corner. Climatizer, not it for me. I don't really have a reason to go up there still, because if I'm going that way, I'm probably going Fragment. And I'll get to Fragment in a minute. And then Lava Siphon, I think is great. Actually, I really like it. I really like Sorting Factory too, but I do like the new area. I think it's good. All in all, I think it plays out pretty well, and I think it's pretty popular for people in terms of landing there. So I think that's good. My big issue with the map, of course, is Fragment. I don't think they need to get rid of Fragment, but I think they need to balance it in some ways to decentivize people from going there. And I don't really know how they can do it. I don't want them to get rid of it, because when they got rid of Skulltown on Kings Canyon, it kind of just literally blew that map apart. And Kings Canyon really just doesn't feel, like Kings Canyon anymore since Skulltown was gone. So I don't really know what they can do to World's Edge, or Fragment Edge as people call it. I think maybe just maybe adjusting the middle buildings a little bit, or maybe removing some of the loot from the buildings. I'm not really sure. I don't have the answer to that. I just feel like, they come out with these 2 brand new POIs and no one lands there because everyone's going fragment. And that's a little bit disappointing because it does take a lot of time to make those POIs that they made. And, people are still going fragment. So nothing really changed in my eyes in terms of the map. It's obviously very prevalent because it's been a week now since the season came out. Maybe I'll feel differently as we get the other maps in the rotation. But all in all, I like the map changes. They weren't just anything crazy for me. Maybe like a 6 out of 10, Legend meta changes. Honestly, we didn't have that many legend meta changes. Only 4 legends were adjusted. Fuse had a buff. Revenant had a little nerf. Horizon had a pretty sizable buff, and Caustic also had a pretty sizable buff. All in all, though, I think I was really kind of expecting something for Watson. I've wanted something for Mirage, and I wanted something for Crypto and Rampart for a while now. Those 4 legends, in my opinion, just feel like a little bit out of place. Every legend in Apex is usable. Those 4 legends, honestly, are almost like the forgotten legends, like they never touched them. All in all, though, other than that, I think the legend adjustments were solid. I was expecting a little bit more, but, we got what we got. Weapon meta. Wow, the weapon meta. I don't know if we've ever had such a big shift in the meta. If we look back a few seasons, we had the bow check last season. That thing was crazy, and then they nerfed it. The bow check, I don't think really changed the meta that much. People take it if they like it, but it's not really a meta gun. And then you got the 30-30 before that. That gun just felt pretty bad. I guess Season 8 had a lot of bad stuff in it, now that I'm thinking about it. Fuse, who wasn't too good, and the 30-30, which wasn't too good. The 30-30 had a buff mid of last season, and I find it's way better than it used to be. That bullet velocity increase is super helpful, but the 30-30 for me just isn't it. Overall, the weapon meta has shifted to kind of like LMGs a little bit, which is weird because the Spitfire is gone, but we had the Rampage come to the game. I love the Rampage. It feels really good to use. Charge it up. The Rampage is like a semi-buff to Rampart and a semi-buff to Fuse due to the Thermites and, the passive with the LMG on Rampart. So I think that is great. The L-Star finally feels really usable in the BR, which we have never had. And that thing used to be a care package gun back in the day. So it's pretty great to see how far we've come in terms of the L-Star. Happy that that gun is finally getting some use, and it feels really good to use, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't really taken many R301s or flatlines this season. I know they're still crazy. They're probably still my S-tier weapons. I've really just been trying to use other stuff. Prowler's absolutely wild. I can't believe they didn't do anything to it at the launch of the game. They just pretty much removed auto fire and put it in burst mode, which burst mode is actually the better mode. All in all, though, I love the the weapon meta changes. I feel like I don't really need to run a shotgun right now, where I have felt like that in the past. I still would love to see snipers get some more love. It has been a very long time since we had any sort of sniping meta in Apex. And I get it. The game is a movement game, so sniping just isn't really there. I don't know what they could do, but I would love to see snipers be able to pick them up more. In my lobbies, personally, if I take a sniper, I'm pretty much at a detriment because close range fights matter, and if you got a sniper, I'm in trouble. Moving from that, cosmetics. Overall, the Battle Pass is just okay for me. I love a few of the skins. It's the same as, the previous seasons. It's a couple good things, and the rest of it is trash. The Volt skin is cool. A couple of the level 100 and level 50 and 25 Battle Pass skins are cool. But again, I would really love them just to rework the entire Battle Pass. And I said this in my preview video from before the season. So other notes, we had ranked arenas come to the game. Another way to play Apex is a great thing. I have no complaints here. I know the matchmaking system seems a little wacky right now. I haven't personally played ranked arenas, but I've been seeing a lot of talk on it. So I can't really comment on the actual matchmaking, but it does seem like it's a little bit hard to level up. And it's a little bit random, I guess, in terms of, who's leveling up faster than others. So I'm not sure about that. I can't really comment on it again. But a new way to play Apex is always a good thing. I don't think there's anything bad there. And then overall, I'm just going to say I'm super stoked for the season. Again, I don't think we've had a season launch like this. Let's see. If you haven't played the game since before Season 5, right now is probably the best time to check out the game that we've had in a long time. The overall meta feels good. The servers, for the most part, have been pretty good. I know some people have been having ping issues on computer. I play on console, so I don't have those issues for the most part. Every game has server issues, though. It's not, it's not Respawn or EA or Apex specific. It's just kind of the world we live in, unfortunately. But if you haven't played the game since season, before Season 5, there's probably no better time to come check out the game than right now. If you've played last season, it's a harder thing for me to recommend to you. I still recommend you check it out because we've had a lot of pretty decent content come out with the new legend, the map changes, the weapon changes, feel really refreshing. And I'll say between this season launch and last season, Season 9, and Season 9 for me was probably the most excited I've ever been for a season. I personally got to play test the game. I've never done that before. I had a sponsored video. I had never done that before. Super exciting for the Season 9 launch to come out. but Arena's pretty much turned into exactly what I said it was even before the season came out, and you know, that was a little bit too linear for me. I think if you want to check out season 10, I think you'll have a good time with it. And I think it's pretty prevalent and obvious, you know, a lot of people are having a good time with it. A lot of big streamers, again, are enjoying the game because they haven't played for a while. And if this is you, I would definitely give the game a try. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Are you enjoying season 10? What's your biggest critique? What's your biggest kind of like excitement thing that you are, you know, thrilled about the season? For me, it's probably still the legend and the weapon changes. I don't know, for some reason, for me, the legends are, you know, kind of what I'm all about on this channel. It's where I got started. So every time we get a new legend, I'm super excited to learn all the little things. You know, I had a thought the other day is I don't know if anyone, there's probably only a very few amount of people in the game, I would say, that have played as much of all the legends as I have, which I thought was pretty exciting. You know, in a lot of ways, I don't consider myself a master of everything. I consider myself extremely knowledgeable of everything, but not really a master of like one legend. I think I provide a very unique perspective on the game because I'm not a pro player, but I'm not like a casual either. So I feel like I could provide a very realistic point of view for you guys that are really coming back to the game, checking it out. Because frankly, a year ago at this time, I was more or less just maybe like all you guys, just playing the game for fun, even though right now Apex has almost turned into like a business opportunity for me, which I never expected in a million worlds, and I really appreciate it. If you are new to the channel around here, a year ago time right now, I had 40 subscribers. Now we got like 63,000 as of yesterday, I want to say. I really appreciate the support. Thanks so much, guys. If you want to follow me over on Twitch, I do stream there nearly daily. I'm actually going to stream there right now. I started recording this video live on stream because I thought I was recording, and I was not recording. I was streaming, so that was awkward. You know, if you were there watching that stream, drop a comment down below. I appreciate all the support, guys. Check me out over on Twitch, follow me on Twitter, and until next time, happy gaming.